Okay, our audience was the Detroit. What? Our audience was the Detroit, Michigan Mayo Clinic. Go to the next slide. We were doing the clicker thing's not working.
Detroit what?
Hold on, he's trying to get the clicker thing to work.
Yeah, I gotta pull over.
Okay, so it was a Detroit, Michigan Mayo Clinic, and we felt that they would be most efficient to show this issue because they researched on medical problems that people have, and they're very, they take as much time as they need with their patients to figure out what's wrong with them, and
they're a nonprofit
They're-
organization.
yeah. So we have a video. Can you just click it on here? Sound alright?
So you can't recognize a child walking down the street if it's lead poison, just visually. And because of that, I think it really is a silent problem that we have in Lancaster County.
In beach class, we do some activities with our speech, and that it helped me to to get my sound, the SH sound out my mouth, not out my cheek.
The windows, this is new, but they've been replaced, but had they not been replaced, moving the window up and down causes friction, which would bring in the lead paint.
So lead is a problem because it's one of the most potent, or it's not the most potent neurotoxin that can affect children. Kids that are affected by lead can have behavioral problems, be diagnosed with ADHD, oppositional defiant disorder, have difficulty in school, they have lower rates of high school graduation, they have higher rates of aggressive behaviors, they have more interaction with the juvenile justice system. Linear Park, which used to be a trolley line that came into Lancaster, the bed of the trolley line was actually lined with Galena ore, which is a naturally based ore, but it's very high in lead. We don't really have a handle on if the soil around there is contaminated, and if it is contaminated, we don't really have a handle on whether that's actually causing elevated blood levels in kids.
A typical setup for lead remediation projects entail enclosing the area with plastic duct tape and proper signage. Once the window sash is exposed, you remove the window sash, you immediately tag those items.
Okay, so this doesn't have to do with like lead in soil, but we chose this video just to kind of show you what lead can do to you if you are poisoned by it. It's a very serious issue in many places around the world. So 143,000 people die every year from lead poisoning. So it's a
lead can cause death in small children, and it damages their kidneys and organs. And this is a map of the blood level in these areas in Detroit, Michigan. So.
how do you say that again?
Deciliter?
Yeah, 10 grams of a deciliter is how much it takes to poison you, and that's about this much out of this bottle. That's how much lead it takes to get in your body to poison you. And lead can be consumed from being swallowed, absorbed into your skin, or just completely inhaled.
So the overall problem with lead is that it gets in the soil, and it can affect you.
It can affect anybody. It just depends on
If for an adult, if it's consumed a lot, it can kill them, and it kills children easy. And
Of course, for adults, it's going to take more than children. That's why children are so prone to die from this. Okay, so like Dominic said earlier, there's a lot of effects to lead poisoning. It can cause brain or nerve damage, hearing problems, stomach growth, and digestive issues. It does things like this to your teeth if you're affected very much by it, and you can see it in people's skin if they're really poisoned by it. So current solutions of lead poisoning is there's a method called phytoremediation, and you take plants that can absorb lead and you plant them in the soil, and basically all it does is it absorbs the lead out of the soil, but obviously it's not very efficient because the plant would end up dying and end up going back in the soil. Chemical conversion, it basically converts the lead into a safer chemical that is more non-toxic to humans, but then it could end up changing into something that's harmful to something else in the environment.
Right, water purification.
This is one for water. We'll just do it in there.
It's where you clean the water out so you can't consume it. And then ion exchange is when you mix the lead in the soil. That's it.
I'll explain ion exchange. Okay, so ion exchange basically is you have to take an ion with the same charge as lead, which lead has a negative charge, so you'd have to have a negative charge, and you mix it with the solution, and then you run that through the soil, and it makes the lead clump up, and then you could take a magnet over that, and it gets all the lead out, so you have clean soil. So strength of phytoremediation is very good for the environment if it's done correctly, and that meaning if the plants are removed and taken to a place where it can no longer affect the soil. And then chemical conversion, like I said, it could turn the lead into something that could be harmful to something else in the environment, so that wouldn't be very useful. And then water purification, basically, it makes it so families are able to drink their water, so that's a pretty decent one for water. And then ion exchange, it just completely separates from the soil, and the soil would be clean at that point. So, yeah.
Weaknesses for phytoremediation, it's where the plant is disposed and the lead will release or go back in the soil. And then a weakness for chemical conversion is where, it can affect abiotic factors in the environment. And then for water purification, the lead, it sometimes cannot be all removed, so then more is consumed. And then a weakness for the ion exchange is the lead could stay in the soil.
And that would happen if the plant died and it wasn't removed from the soil, it would just go back into the soil and still there. So our new solution for this problem, we basically combined all of the current solutions to take care of every possible problem that we could think of. So first we were going to use phytoremediation to get the lead out of the soil, and then at that point you would have to remove the plants from the soil. The plants would have to be taken somewhere to be grinded up, and then that's where ion exchange would come in, and you'd have to do the insoluble solution in the soil and then go over it with the magnet that gets the lead out. Then the excess soil could be used for compost, and then the leftover lead can be used for lead acid storage batteries, which are basically car batteries. Any questions?
You take the lead and burn it up and make it Does that make sense? Yeah, right.
What'd you ask? Sorry. Okay.
I'll allow 2 questions, all right, because we got to move quickly.
Go ahead.
Can it affect animals?
Yes, it can affect animals. It can affect anything that consumes too much of it, too much lead.
Does anybody have a mosquito question? All right, mosquito warfare is addressed to Dominic first, and then we'll go with
Okay. Go ahead, Caitlin.
How long does it usually take for the lead to
Like you said, it's like
Not how much, how long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we don't know the answer to that one. That was one thing we should have looked up and we didn't.
I
So
think it's like right when it happens.
he doesn't. Dominic, if you don't know it, don't know. I don't know either. I don't know either. So that's one we don't know the answer to. All right, Caden, go.
Alright, so
We don't know the answer to that one.
say like the solution doesn't work, is there any way to treat the lead poisoning like if it gets
Treat lead poisoning. He got me on that one too. I don't know the answer to that one either.
No, like is there a way to treat it? Is there a way to treat it that they can use to get rid of it?
Like, is there a cure?
Like if you get sick, they give you medicine and then it cures you, right?
We don't know the answer to that one.
We just did it.
All right, so we had two questions we didn't know the answer to.
Who are the question askers?
Caitlin and Caden.
Alright. Alright, guys, let's go. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for your help.
We did our sources. We did a slide for the sources too.
Thank you.
Oh.